Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Hope you're all sitting comfortably and you've got a bevy to hand because yes, welcome to another Kilted commentary. Oh yeah, we're going to study, analyse, discuss and just waffle all over the top of a great, great movie. Now, I've only just begun to do these things, these commentary tracks, and my second attempt ran into controversy, but it's back on. It's back online. Grizzly. You can go and watch my commentary track on Grizzly. It got blocked, but now it's back. Hopefully, we won't incur the same wrath with this. A sort of very similarly themed movie in many ways, and came out the same era, the 70s. It is the cult classic film, The Car, a demonic Lincoln convertible, what is it? Lincoln Continental Mark III from hell, which raises hell quite literally in the desert town of Santa Ynez. And the whole thing's filmed in Utah, and it stars the great James Brolin. Say it with me, James the God Brolin. He was awesome as Sheriff Wade Parent. I like the way I'm mentioning the police. And a police siren just kicked off. There you go, listen to that. Serendipitous or what? Let's just hope they don't come knocking at the Kilt Mansion door. They won't get through the portcullis anyway, so don't worry, we'll be alright. This is a film inspired by Spielberg's movie Duel, his TV movie Duel, Dennis Weaver versus the truck from hell, and also Spielberg's Jaws. So, you know, the idea of this sort of faceless evil entity terrorising innocent people and the good folk rising up and fighting against it, it's prevalent. But this movie from 1977, directed by Elliot Silverstein, immaculately directed by Elliot Silverstein, immaculately scored, brilliantly edited, and with absolutely superlative cinematography. It has many more subplots to it. It's not quite, you know, people think it's a hokey movie. It's genuinely, the car. It's a car. Oh, it's a demon car. Well, who drives it? Well, as we're going to discuss and we're going to find out, none of that really matters. Just take it from me. This film is electrifying in its suspense, its action set pieces, its musical score, its performances, its sense of dread and suspense. Oh, it's great. It is very demonic. Now, you guys know what the score is by now, hopefully. You've got to find a copy of this movie and we're going to go in sync. I'm not going to show you the film itself. You'll hear snippets of it, but I'm going to talk all over the top of it. So hopefully you've seen the film first. But if you've got the movie, bung it on, download it, stream it, put your Blu-ray on. For reference, I'm watching the UK Arrow release of this film on Blu-ray. So I'm going to press play in a minute and then you guys will sync it up and hopefully we'll all be sort of together on this. I know. We're winging it, aren't we? I know. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've got the closest facsimile I've got to the car of this movie. The 1971 Lincoln Continental Mark III Coupe, customised in this film by George Barris, who also did the Batmobile for the original Batman TV show. Look at that. I mean, that image there, that actually is totally the poster image of the car. And this comes hailing at you. And it is the most demonic thing on four wheels you can imagine. And it does form part of a subgenre of vehicular violence and motorised mayhem. The likes of Christine, Maximum Overdrive, Killdozer. Anyone remember that one? With Clint Walker from the 70s again, Killdozer. I actually had a comic book version of Killdozer, believe it or not. But it is strikingly original, even though it's a Jaws and, you know, sort of nipping at the cloven heels, the cloven hooves of the occult movie boom, which was the late 60s, early 70s. So it carries over. It's Jaws, but with a car. It's Grizzly, but with 4 wheels. And it's also The Exorcist and The Omen. It's just demonic at the same time. So folks, anyway, right, that's enough waffle and preamble to get us started. You're hearing Leonard Rosenman's score playing over the menu screen right now. I am now going to hit play. I'm hoping that when I hit play, it goes straight into the movie. But let's hope so anyway. So I'm going to say, right, on the count of 3, downwards. 3, 2, 1, and then. So 3, 2, 1. Right. My film started slightly ahead there. Okay, you've got the can you hear that? The Dies Irae, the Catholic Requiem Mass. Which has been so corrupted now in movies and in genre, because now it becomes a purely demonic sort of theme, and it is genuinely, frightening. Look at this. This shot's amazing because it's just a static shot of this fabulous Utah blighted landscape. The buttes, the dunes, the rocks, an epic landscape. And it's slowly going from black to sort of midnight to turquoise to it's going to light up into the light of day. Ronny Cox as Luke. Ronny Cox, the great Ronny Cox. Some great people in this. The cast is amazing in this movie. So it's getting lighter now. And what you're going to see in the distance, which is brilliant, and it evokes another classic movie, which is Forbidden Planet. When our hapless heroes, captained by Leslie Nielsen, arrive on the planet Altair 4, and they see a little dust plume in the distance coming towards them, and it's Robbie the robot coming towards them. Well, you're going to get the star of the movie, the titular star of the movie, the car. You're going to see it glint in the distance, and then you're going to see a dust plume. Look, there you go. What's that, you say? Isn't that pure Robbie the robot coming to meet them? The dust plume. That's spectacular, that. This film is full of tremendous imagery like this. Kind of wish that scene had gone on longer and maybe it'd come towards you, but it'd be giving away too much, I suppose, so I get that. So now we cut to 2 lovebirds on bikes, cycling through a high canyon. And isn't it gorgeous, that? I hate bikes, by the way. Hate them. Can't ride them. Same as horses. There's only one thing I can ride. We won't go into that. Again, another film that massively benefits from genuine locations. I don't think in this movie you've got any actual sets, apart from the police station, maybe, and a certain house. Well, a couple of houses perhaps, but right, this is the Jaws point of view. You are now the shark, you are the grizzly bear, you are the car, you are Michael Myers putting the clown mask on and killing his sister Judith. Connection to Halloween here in this movie as well, we'll come on to that. So he's now on the prowl. This car, it had double tinted windows. They were smoked black on the inside, but amber tinted on the outside. You could see out, you couldn't see in. So the stunt drivers of the 4 cars, there was actually 4 vehicles built, although one of them really was only used for a particular stunt. Look at that, as we draw in close. The demonic mouth of the tunnel. Listen. So again, you still haven't seen the car yet. Beautiful landscape. It's lovely. Let's keep riding. Yeah, you can hear the car coming up behind. Leonard Rosenman's score, as well as the Dies Irae, he uses his favoured technique of his tonal pyramids. They did reach a peak. They're very sort of disconcerting and dissonant and disquieting. A lot of disses there, and I'm not dissing the score at all. But he did it Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, Fantastic Voyage, Race with the Devil again. Oh, look at this, it's horrible. And there's his sort of real life motif, that horn. Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? You know, imagine being like that. How vulnerable. Coming off a bike on gravel and roadway is bad enough as it is, but oh shit. He's on this high bridge. Watch this now. Oh, what a bastard. What can you do in that? I think I'd be tempted to try and leap off the bike and land, or go over the roof of the car. Now that, folks, that at the time, if I remember correctly, was one of the highest free fall stunt jumps of its type. Look at the blood along the wall there and the spinning wheel. And the shoe, there's always a shoe. James Brolin! Who looks incredibly like the father of Christian Bale, particularly in this movie. But I've always said that. I've reviewed many of his movies, discussed them a lot. Yeah, Amityville Horror, Night of the Juggler, etc, etc. And I've reviewed tons and tons of Christian Bale stuff. And there's Kathleen Lloyd, who is, she's gorgeous. She has some annoying traits in this film as well. For a long time, this particular sequence and this shit she does here really pissed me off. But she has some great, she's a great actress. She actually does so well in so many scenes. It's just that she puts on voices. So here's our hero. It's his name is Wade Parent. Now he's no longer with his former wife, partner, but he's got two daughters, Kim and Kyle Richards. Yes, those Kim and Kyle Richards. They are both now stars of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or whatever it's fucking called, who cares. But one of them, Kim Richards, was in Assault on Precinct 13 for John Carpenter. She's the ice cream buying girl who gets blown away in one of the most shocking scenes of the 70s. She's also in Escape to Witch Mountain and Return from Witch Mountain, I think. And her sister, her younger sister, Kyle Richards, who plays her sister in this. I'm talking over all this because it's so fucking... This sequence is genuinely horrible, to be honest. It's so dead cringeworthy. So there's Kyle Richards, there's Kim Richards now. Kim was in Assault on Precinct 13 and the Witch Mountain movies. Kyle played Lindsay Wallace in Halloween, and then returned to the role for Halloween Kills as the older Lindsay Wallace. You know what? Despite like me saying her voice impersonations that she does in this sequence are really, really fucking annoying, I think she'd be electrifying to be with. She's gutsy and she's full of personality. Oh, and got a grip with the Brolin. She's a school teacher, as you can hear. She's got him by the jewels, the meat and two veg. I'm tempted to believe she actually genuinely has got him. Oh, this is... Was she doing something on TV or in other movies where she's putting voices on? Because they seem to use her doing this sort of thing a fair bit. Nah, she's nice. And the film will do some shocking things with nice people in this. There's his old man. His old man was a sheriff. He's going to end up being sheriff. Lovebirds. Oh, this is another cringe-worthy moment as well. Oh dear. Prepare yourselves, folks. This is like, ugh. No. Oh, these moments in movies always make you go, oh, fuck off, you know. Right, here we go. It's a famous scene, this. What's this? The spring... Oh, shit. I forgot this piece of music. There's John Rubinstein, director, producer, writer, poet, musician. In a small role, but a great one. I'm just going to turn it up a bit. Look at that. Who's the wife beater there? It is none other than R.G. Armstrong. What the hell are you? If I want to beat my wife, I'll beat my wife. So John Rubinstein's a hitchhiker who just happens to have parked out on the... you're leaving Santa Ynez, but on the other side it says you're entering Santa Ynez.
Oh, sir, that's impossible. This isn't any bugle, this is a French horn. Well, get it on out of here before I wrap it around your neck. All right, I'm doing it. Get excited, man.
R.G. Armstrong, fabulous actor. Can play a good guy, but tended to play gruff bastards. And of course, he's in Predator. He's the general. What? I love that. He starts with, what the hell are you? And then, what the hell are you saying? He's just like...
He's smart. And I'm giving you 5 minutes to move on out of here.
You see the wife, the battered wife? There's a pivotal role for her and him in this. They're part of a huge subplot here, which is really emphatic and important. There you are. You'll be farting music for a year.
Farting music? For a year?
Look at that landscape though. You just point that camera anywhere. It's just... Now, his wife there does not look like a sort of older, well, Jessica Lange. And I'm thinking Jessica Lange from Cape Fear onwards. Now look. There he is. He thinks he's got to hit a ride out of town. Look at that. Look at those clouds. Big sky.
Woo! I'm ready.
I hope you guys are synced up correctly with this, because otherwise it's going to be really annoying.
Oh my, are you a darling looking lady? I'll pay the toll.
I think I'd be worried at this stage. Look, the wind picks up in front of the vehicle. You son of a bitch! Oops. Of course, in Halloween, you'd get the exact same moments. Hey Jack, speed kills! And then the car stops. Oh. Like the way being a musician, he says like, up yours with a splintered fiddle. You know? We actually learn that he's a Vietnam vet as well. It's a throwaway line, so don't you don't have to listen out for it, but he's a veteran.
That'll teach you to jump to conclusions.
I like him. I think he's great. Bye, Bird. Oh, hang on a minute. Oof! There he is. It's a bit of a weird shot, to be honest. The relentless driving over his body. This film was a PG. In the UK, it was certificate A. It's now certificate 12 because it is violent. But I've talked about Jaws, I've talked about Grizzly, and both of those were certificate A, and they have retained that sort of certification despite having lots of gore and maimings and even swearing. And this film has all of that. Yeah, it does. I think it has. I think it's swearing. I think it just has like "son of a bitch" is in there. There may be a bastard lurking around in the background as well, but there is sort of sexual references.
Oh, Deborah. Daddy, what she means is that, well,
So,
we know it was bad between you and Mother.
right, you're getting the family dynamic now.
Getting married to her again.
So obviously he's got the two kids, two daughters, and they're concerned about like Lauren moving in.
What would you guys think if I married Laura?
You still like it when I cook, don't you?
Sure, as long as I don't have deep Brussels sprouts.
And when I vacuum on Sundays?
Who vacuums?
We vacuum.
What?
You like it, don't you?
What fucking household's that? The kids cook and do the chores.
Okay,
What?
it's settled. This is grown-up time, huh?
This is grown-up talk. Look at this. Love this.
402.
As I said in my last video, I can't ride a horse, I can't ride a bike, I can't ride a motorbike, I can't drive a car. Look at his little dune buggy in the background there.
I'll wear it twice tomorrow.
I'll wear it twice tomorrow.
Not as I do, yeah. Hang on, turkey.
Ah, mate, how cool does he look? How cool does he look? Okay, he's on his way to work and he's got the call about what happened there. Now, the R.J. Armstrong character is known to them all. He's racist, he's a bully, he's a wife beater.
Around 7 o'clock. Hear about that. Fetch it. 4 times.
Ah, there's Sheriff Emmett.
Sure is? Yeah, I'm sure you ran him down.
And Ronny Cox, the great Ronny Cox is there as well. There's Deputy Luke.
4 times.
What kind of a car was he driving?
I don't know.
Was it foreign or domestic?
A little both.
What color?
Gray, black, maybe.
Sedan?
Look at the wife.
Yeah, I'm on trial here.
You seeing it? Jessica Lange, Christian Bale. You could recast this movie.
4-door? Oh, I think 2-door. All right. Convertible, sunroof, vinyl top, land down top. Guy was getting ground to hamburger. I wasn't taking.
The guy was getting ground to hamburger. I wasn't taking notes.
What about the plate? I don't know. Did it have a plate? I don't know.
I read about the transfer of this
I don't know. You saw it. I didn't see nothing.
Arrow Blu-ray. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a really good crisp transfer. Color saturation's fantastic. The depth is awesome. A 4K release of this would be amazing. Is there one? I don't think there is. But I get it straight away. It's a very cinematic movie, benefiting so much from all this exterior shooting.
The top was squeezed down, low.
So you've never seen a car like this. I mean, I've got all the details about how the car was modified and constructed, but how they extended the side fenders, they lowered the roof, they lowered the suspension, they did stuff to make the turning circle incredible, because this thing spins on a dime, and the size of it, it's a muscle car. Look. This is Chad. I like the Native Americans are used in this. You all know how much I adore Native American culture, and there's 2 active Native First Nationers in their police department. You've just seen one, Chaz, getting some racial abuse on the phone there from, I think it's R.G. Armstrong's bully boy character as well, because these two will butt heads later on as well. Now, that's what's his name? He was in The Godfather. I forgot his name now. John Marley. Look at him. His grey hair. His gigs on. He's great, you know, in this. He went for John Cassavetes as well.
Now look, I want everybody out on the street. I want you to remember, a young man was killed today.
Now, he's troubled. This is important, this plays a part.
I don't like it at all.
He's pissed off because of the R.G. Armstrong bullying his wife situation, which really bugs him, and you'll find out why. And it's you know what, it's genuinely powerful as well, because this is like it's a B movie. It's a concept thriller chiller from the 70s. You know, it's a high concept sort of thing. Oh, we're going to use a car as a great white shark roaming the deserts. You know, it's been taking out people. And the Jaws parallels are all there up front and centre. But it does have these emotional elements to it, which are slightly deeper and more impactful than you'd expect for this kind of movie. And it really makes it stand out. Yeah, look at this. This is one hell of a sexy picture, this. Yeah, as if like a little kid's drawing that, you know what I mean?
Sure, this is Tommy Ness again. His proportion's always off. You saying that's a picture of you? Yes. Well, I must say I'm surprised. Why? Lauren, do you think it's healthy? No boy to imagine his teacher naked. Absolutely.
Do you think it's healthy for an 11-year-old boy to imagine his teacher naked? Unless, of course, his teacher is Mr. Leatherbarrow, who I had for economics. I don't want to ever imagine him naked.
Don't forget to wish the happy anniversary.
Here's Marge, sexy big boob Marge. Marge. And look, she's partnered with Luke. Ronny Cox. RoboCop. Total Recall.
Isn't that darling?
Millions of movies. Now, Luke has a big backstory as well. An unfolding story. And a fair bit of importance to the plot. He's got demons, folks. He's got demons.
Yeah, this way, come on.
Oh, okay. Ominous notes on the soundtrack there. What have they found? There's a nice array of vehicles in this. Obviously, we talked about the car a little bit. We'll talk more about the car. But there's Plymouth Furies, there's Pontiacs as the police vehicles. A couple of them are totally modelled on what you see in Smokey and the Bandit, apparently, according to trivia. There's that bloody shoe. Literally a bloody shoe. Where's my whiskey gone? Look at these landscapes, folks. The thing is, having been around a few of these landscapes, all I think about is the fucking spiders and the snakes.
No way, Ever. You gonna lock it? What sake? Yeah, Judah.
So they're now identifying the missing girl, and he knows like the family and all that. He's not having a good day at all. You see how much the film benefits from being outdoors all the time? You can imagine this. Certain things could be spent too long indoors in interiors, on sets.
Never seen her? Yeah, why? You think you'd know him? You saw it again? What do you mean, Ed? Well, she took off last Thursday with a job at them.
See,
Why, you don't care.
he's having quite a distressing day. Everybody he knows is in trouble. They're getting beaten. He's having arguments with people. People he knows, families he knows are getting affected by, well, this random death and carnage.
Pete kind of took a shine to me. And it couldn't be him. He had a job interview in Ogden on Thursday. I gave him a letter.
Got a mother?
So they're talking about the lad that this girl was with, the one who took that huge dive off the top of the bridge.
The kid has never lied to me.
Well, let's hope so, Luke. And let's hope he had nothing to do with this.
See, you know, they're quick to blame.
A bicycle? Camping gear? A heart-shaped locket?
Look at this, trying to bring a cadaver across a rock-strewn stream.
I'd say that was a damn good guess, Wade.
You got a time of day?
Jai says it was sometime this morning. About 5 or 6 hours ago.
I love this as well. This setup.
What beats the hell out of me is where's this boy?
See, Everett is the sheriff,
Yeah,
but like Wade, James Brolin is the chief deputy. He's the second in command. But you can quite clearly see that Everett's coming to the end of his tenure, and obviously Wade's going to be taking over. This is all a known thing; it's a given. But Everett's still like barking orders. But he also knows that his days are numbered. And folks, by the way, his days are, well, I'll say his day is numbered. Because he won't see the next day, I don't think. Spoilers. I like the way they're showing loads of the deputies. They're showing the strength of this particular jurisdiction, this particular police force. You got a few guys there. I mean, you know, it's like a small, what would you call it? A small hick town in Utah. You know, there's still plenty of staff being shown, and there's a good reason for that, because most of them are going to get fucking killed. Oh, another spoiler! Way! Look, that's Jessica Lange. Kidding you? I'm not kidding you. That's Jessica Lange. And there's R.G. Armstrong. Ithaca 37 12 gauge shotguns. And a curiously pink fire extinguisher. I like the 3D map on the wall. Look at the 3D map behind. He's just like, I want you out. Now. Okay, right, here's a bit of a demon for our Luke. Deputy Luke. Lens flare. Oh yeah, we love them. We love them when they're not abused by the likes of J.J. Abrams. When they're in films in the 70s like this, they look spectacular and they add so much. But when you're doing them all the time, you start choking on the bastards. What you got there? What you got in there, Luke? What is it? What could that be? Is it some porno playing cards from the 70s? No, it's a 70 cal bottle of whiskey. Yep. Don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you. And mine's bigger than yours. For those who are watching me now on the camera, there you go. Cheers, y'all. Oh, look at this. They both do this really well, you know, and this is what I'm saying about why this becomes quite a powerful piece in a film, which is just about a demonic car laying waste to a little desert town. But you're getting to the characters and you're getting some depth here of surprising impact. She can't, as most victims of domestic violence don't.
There's nothing to go home to.
Ah, he's trying his best, but he also knows he can't abuse his own authority. I think that comes across. Look at Wade. He's sticking pins in that 3D map. I could spend hours playing with that 3D map. If you took it down and put it horizontally on a big table, I'd have all like little action figures and toy soldiers having battles all across that. Fucking great. So, you know, if you listen now, Emmett says like,
Whiskey, let's go to the club.
well, yeah, he says whiskey, let's go to the club. In that case, I'll drink to that. Emmett, whiskey, I'm with you.
I was going to make it up anyhow.
Because Emmett had a thing with R.G. Armstrong's wife, or his character's wife, I should say, back in high school. He says like she was the first, so he's always had a thing for her. Comes across well, and I totally believe it. But she's made her bed, and she's gonna carry on lying in it, despite how much it burns. Yeah, look. So he's gonna spy that we couldn't stop it.
Now look at that, doesn't that turn your stomach?
A great little speech here.
Be a cheat, be antisocial, all of which he is. But don't be a bully.
Don't be a bully.
I hate bullies. Now come on, let's have a drink.
I hate bullies.
Order me a gin and tonic.
I've always waged my own little war against bullies. Can't talk too much about that for legal reasons, but I will continue. Bullies have to be treated as they are. A lot of it's down to the parents, of course. The parents, if they know about it and have turned a blind eye to it, you know, then they should suffer repercussions as well. Now look, there's the car, sitting in the shadows. Fucking little demon bastard it is, isn't it? Look at it. Now, Emmett's just said, whatever R.G. Armstrong's name is, which I've forgotten, believe it or not. The car's going for him because he reported it. Look. You actually have the tyre makers on the tyres, which always seemed a bit odd to me. Whoa, the roar! Fuck off. It's gone for him. But it takes out Emmett. It takes out the sheriff. Oh, shit. Do you hear the roar of that car? I mean, this is great. Listen to this argument now. Shut up! In movies, it's rare to get a sequence like that where you've got two people who are vehemently arguing their position against the other person who's steadfastly doing it. In real life, you get it all the time. You're saying your piece and you're getting broken up by the person arguing with you. They're saying their piece and you're breaking them up, and it becomes just rah, 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 fucking litany of roars and growls and unintelligible garbage. But in movies and TV shows, because the actor knows their lines, the overlapping dialogue never seems to work too well. That actually worked really, really good. Okay, right, here's a Native American woman. And Chaz, then, Native American deputy, is sort of, what did he say? She saw the car. Like, where did the car go? You know. And this is a sort of you'd see this again in Predator. I know the Predator seems to crop up a lot in all my videos. But when they're discussing what Anna, the South American gorilla that they take with them, Arnie's team, and they grill her over what did you see when one of their men's been killed yesterday? What did you see? And then she begins speaking in her language. But Poncho's translating, but Dylan Carl Weathers goes, bullshit, that's not what she said. What she said doesn't make any sense. Chaz is not giving away what she's saying really in this situation. But the other Native American deputy there, or receptionist I should say, she's heard. Because Chaz just can't believe it, so he's not saying anything. Basically she's saying the car had no driver. Don't know how she'd know that spiritually, because you can't see inside the car. So, you know, I love this as well. If you look at the red ringed eyes of James Brolin. Emmett's body being put into one of those really hokey, old fashioned, long, slim ambulances. That's a great shot, you know. He falls back into the shadows. And look at all these guys. Look at Luke. Luke's fucked over, good style. This thing's it's over. Because obviously they're all going to put in extra hours now. They've lost one of their own. So I don't know, they're all putting roadblocks out. They're all trying to find this black, weird, demonic sedan. Did you see that big fat guy there? He's the one that rides obviously Sheriff Wade rides a motorbike, but this fat bastard, look at him. You wouldn't put him on a bike, would you? It's not going to go anywhere. Oh, yeah.
Dago County reports a black vehicle, two-door unidentified make. Sounded like open pipes. Last seen going north at 80.
So another county has now spotted that vehicle, or what they think it is.
Tell them thanks and good luck.
Thank you. Yes, Sheriff Tarrant says it sounds like it. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you and good luck.
Good morning.
Wade.
That is good. That the camera was on. See how this was done. This is not a big budget movie, and yet these movies from the 70s are filmed, and the 80s, if it's John Carpenter, are filmed so much better than films of today. That was naturalistic. The camera was on this little setup here. The coroner came through from the other side, or the mortuary attendant came from the other side, which you're going to speak to now, to that shot, and it worked perfectly because she's sitting there. And the reactions and the timing was exactly perfect to her talking to them, and then the camera, we cut to this shot and she speaks to him. It worked perfectly. I know it sounds like I'm talking about something really, you know, it's mega, but it just flowed. That's the point. It just flowed, and yet it was a technical setup as well, which required good editing to make it work, and it fucking worked, you know. Yeah. Chaz didn't translate everything.
The old lady, well, Chaz, she didn't translate everything that she said.
What do you mean?
Well, she said there was no driver in the car.
Now again, I'm going to give that a pass because although you can't see into that car, it's the whole point of those double tinted windows. The Native American woman is spiritual, and they know something's happening because what they've also said, I don't know if it's been said already, I probably missed it, but all the I think she said that a lot of her relatives and people that she knows from their First Nation tribe are moving further up into the mountains because something strange has happened. See, I'll look at Luke. Luke's fucking rocking. See, his crucifix is hanging loose now. Look at that. He's at a dilemma. Now we're going to find the other body, the cyclist. Look at it. I love how Ronny Cox is doing this. And like, they're all watching him. They all know he's fucking losing it. Sorry, she just said Sheriff Parent, because now he is the sheriff. But the name Parent always seemed weird to me, and it's a bit on the nose. The fact that he's got 2 kids, he's separated from his wife, their mother, and he's now got to take in another woman to be their stepmother, and so he's weighed parents. It's hammering home this parental thing. Look at where's he going? Where do you think he's going? I'll tell you where he's going. He's going to get some of this shit. Look at these shots again. Deputy Porkins. Again, beautiful shots. It's shot in quite a number of locations in Utah.
Just overseeing everything. We're going over too.
But how well does this film benefit from all of these exteriors? See, they found the body of the bridge jumping cyclist. Again, wonderful cinematography. Look at it. Jesus, you think, what, you came off this? Why? It's got to be that car again. That car. If you look here, there's a very curious element here. You can see the fronds of that shrub in the foreground, and it's making a shadow on the dead guy's thigh. It's unsettling because you're watching James Brolin, but your eye keeps catching the movement of the shadow on his thigh, and it makes you think he's alive and his thigh's moving. So you keep checking again. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at this shot now. This hellish landscape, dust, weird rock formations. And there's the fucking car prowling round its own demonic domain. Look at that. And that's all it does. And here you get, it's, you know, in George, you've got the kids are going to go out for their annual badge swimming. Let's cancel that. Then you've got the 4th of July celebrations. There's always, there's an event, and this is, well, whatever the hell it is. Can't remember now. It's a denim-clad brass band going to parade around in the dust. And there's going to be horses and stuff, and a big jolly jamboree of weirdness. Although this is quite clearly a rehearsal for it. But they know it's just going to go ahead, so they're saying, can we still do this when there's demon cars out there? I'm like, well, I'd rather you did it in the afternoon when, I'm not sure why Sheriff Wade says that now. He's like, do it in the afternoon. I'd sure appreciate that. Why? What difference does that make? But he's assigned, there's deputies there. Folks, I got past a cup of tea just before. So I'm just going to lean over and get this cup of tea. Oh, there it is. For those who want to catch up on the camera, cheers. That's tea, not whiskey. Look at Marge and them big boobies. Why is Ronny Cox hitting the bottle when he's got that to go home to? The fuck is he playing at? See that? Look at that. Deputies there on watch. Do you see that glint in the distance? I love how Elliot Silverstein does this. The car is signposted by just a plume of dust or a glimmer. Look at that. It's coming. It's coming, folks. The music turns. You can hear the band playing, but the Rosamund's score turns ominous, deep note. The wind has picked up. Look at this. It's blowing dust up all their brass. The horse's eyes widening in terror. Hold on, everybody, to your music. That actually sounds like a fucking quote from some kind of 70s stage show. Listen, this is great. This sequence is electrifying. You can hear that bloody horn again. The horn, folks, is the Hadley Ambassador rectangular bell horn.
Get everybody off the track!
Get out of the water! Get out of the water now! This sequence is really dodgy. You've got women and kids in massive jeopardy. Look at this fucking guy. The deputy gets hit by the horses. Remind me about that in a minute. There's the car racing around the outside of this track. Look at it. Almost like a shark fin, isn't it? Listen to that horn. And that, of course, is Rosamund's skull. Oh, look, one person falls, brings them all down. Horses stampeding. That's dangerous, what they filmed there. Look at this fucking car, though. Now, we've seen the car already, but not like this. Look at that! Here I am, folks. You fucking try and deal with me. Oh, look. Ooh. You've got the headmistress there. Well, she was trying to drag the child. There is the wife, the beaten wife. R.G. Armstrong's wife there. Ooh, fuck off.'t These guys were all expert rodeo riders, and they're getting held helter-skelter. You see how it's spinning? It's spinning on so. Look at that! Look at the shot there. How bizarre that was. Oh! It took a ride. Look at this. An old cemetery. An old Boot Hill. You know what? There's a shot of the old headmistress there, staggering past. I've seen this film with other people and they've laughed at her. That's her. What are you laughing at? She's running for her life and she's a much older and overweight person. What do you think she's going to do? Fucking sprint and vault over? And you may have noticed that a couple of gravestones wobbled there. Now, I'm going to call bullshit on anyone that says, oh, that's fake, this polystyrene. Mainly because, as many of you know, there's a cemetery right out the back of ours. Fucking big cemetery. I do videos in there. My dog and me prowl and patrol that cemetery all the time. And so many of those gravestones wobble because their foundations are loose. The earth has come loose. So don't lean against them. Don't lean against tombstones anyway, because it's sacrilegious and disrespectful. I got no complaints. I've done it. Look at this. So they're in a cemetery. This thing cannot enter. It's not entering. Look at it. Look at the style of that vehicle. It's truly astonishing. You could buy that car. There was a die-cast version of that car. Now again, look. Kathleen Lloyd is going to start doing tons of voices here. A pure Brooklyn sort of Bronx.
Oh, I got your story now. I see. As long as you're in your car, you've been.
And you know what? She's good here.
Let me tell you something, buddy. You know what you are? A chicken. You're a chicken shit.
A chicken shit. Okay, she's pissing it off. Now Marge is going to make a break for it. But she's not a coward. She's doing something heroic here. But Lauren is she's taunting it. Look at this, look at this. Jesus Christ. I know we got a cut there, but that fucking car was right on it. And that was the actress. You see how the sun glints and you get the amber on the glass? Are you back again?
Listen, what can we do for you, sweet thing?
You can see the nerves on her face. Look at that spinning round. It's like, you bitch, look what I can do. Come out here. Fucking awesome. Now, if you look in the background there was the deputy that got hit by the horses. He's still alive. He's crawling out there. It's a nice shot that they did that they reminded you, look, that guy didn't die. The dust going past the chrome and grille work of this demonic fucking bastard car. This gets I mean, I get really fired up with all this. Look. The standoff. She's good. She's really good. Sirens, the car. Oh, okay, right, all right. I can't get in there for reasons which will become apparent because it's a cemetery. It's hologram. She called him a chicken shit, and she goes, cat poo. Here's the cavalry. James Brolin. I don't know. What is that? Is that Harley? I don't know. Is it Electric Glide? The fuck do I know? Look at this. The car's like, okay, right. I'm going to play your game. I'll let these bastards off. I'm going to draw you fuckers out now. You'd be choking on dust, wouldn't you? How do people live out there? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at this dude. Ah, nice day in the sun. Something to be said here about people that face down a known criminal, a known villain, a known evil. Not everyone can do it, you know. Coppers, soldiers, doesn't always happen. He's confident, you know. He's coming straight at me, yeah. And you'll see now. You'll see. So they can all listen. They know that Ray's now confronting the car. He's got his Atharka, 12 gauge. He'll take out windscreen. It won't take out the engine block. It won't do that. But it'll do damage to the car. And a normal car. Not this car. Jeez. And it's like, look, it's just taunting. Because it's so hokey, this fucking car. I love the fact they do these sort of views from the inside of the car. And it's got that horrible ochre tinted amber bastard fucking cast. Because it makes you feel icky and uncomfortable and dusty. And look, the car's just like, nope. I'm not doing it. It knows what it's doing. No, you get a lot of speeded up footage here, which I do think is disappointing. I don't blame it. And the thing is, the weird thing is, folks, it's not speeded up that much. Because they're going at high speed, but they have sped it up. Well, look at this now, look at this, look. It just sideswiped someone just for the sake of it. Because I'm evil. I love that it does that. It just does shit like that as well. Rosamund's score. Fucking electrifying now. That looks a bit bad speeded up. But there you go. But again, these landscapes, they're entrancing. He's not going to wait around for us. Yeah, he's just stopped to let you catch up. I love this car. In other films, they'd have kept that car gleaming black and chrome, and it would have just been like But I love the fact that dirt sticks on it, making it dustier. It looks even more I don't know, aggressive. Look at it, it's driving up the top of whatever fucking peak he just said. Can't remember.
There's no way down, but straight down.
There's no way down but straight down. Oh, watch out, Ray.
I'm getting near the top.
He's like, he's loving it. Oh, fuck. Look at this. It's so well done, this. Just gently shut the door, Ray. I'll help you. Clunk. Ooh. Now, don't you get any ideas, boy. When I shot that shotgun at you before, I didn't mean no harm. Love his chain as well. Like, you know, they're all individual characters, these guys. They all do have a little bit of a personality. Oh, no. Boom! See that? The burning patch on the actual cliff edge as well. Love that. Look at that. What a twat. I got you. This. Here we go, folks. This is the fucking favourite moment, this. See Utah and die. You ready, boy? These are Plymouth Furies, these. I do believe the first time a stunt had ever been done on film. Oh, he can't take us both. He will. Fuck off. Jesus, as a kid, that fucking blew me away, that. And it's like a barrel roll, air ramp. And one car was written off doing it. They made 4. One car was written off in that sequence there. Sweet Jesus, that is... It's incredible. Yeah. He's got his Colt Python. 357 Magnum. Colt Python. The rest are all carrying Smith & Wesson Mark 10s. Look, it's just... It knows. Oh, you're special. I'm going to taunt you, motherfucker. See now, look, you can shoot out a tyre when it's not moving. When they're moving, the bullet is not going to go through. Well, some bullets do, but not happening. He's like, fuck off. Although way, he gave the instructions to Ray, who got knocked off the cliff edge. Ray, take him out. Imagine being given that order. Don't apprehend. Take him out. That'd be amazing. God, as a kid, you know, this scene, knowing what it can do, knowing what its capabilities are, you just know it's doing this on purpose. It's not like, oh, I'm worried about you. It's like, I'm letting you do this. I could take you any second. So here we go. Well, I always find this a bit odd that the window does come down and he begins to look in. Oh, the door opens. I'd just put the gun round and shoot. Great surreal shot. The whole film's very surreal as it happens. The imagery of the car prowling around and being demonic is very surreal. Okay, right, now I will say that sequence there, as great as it was to the build-up, a door opening and knocking him slightly onto the dirt, but not reducing him being like brought to hospital with, I don't know, concussion.
If he has any real discomfort after he leaves in the morning.
See, I think even this doctor's related to someone who's died. Look.
We're sorry about your daughter.
Yeah, that's right. It's the daughter on the bike.
Yes. I am
It's great, you know. They're making a concerted effort to show the impact on a small town. A small town where pretty much everybody in it is part of the sheriff's department. Apart from the ones that the big fat biker hasn't eaten. Is he getting bigger as the film goes on? You know what? I'm skipping there. It's not fair. They've just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deputies. Oh, and you got the one who got crunched up by the horses, who's still alive, I think. He took me out with his door. Not entirely sure how, but yeah, Ray didn't miss. Self-sealing tyre back in that day wouldn't have withstood any kind of slug if it wasn't moving, wasn't spinning. Luke, wake up, man. Look at this. He's doing the roster of the dead, how many coppers they lost. See, I like Kathleen Lloyd. I think all the voices there that she does in that opening sequence, that opening introduction, can be annoying. But the more I watch this film, the more I warm to her, which only makes what happens shortly even more powerful. How could he get past the roadblocks? How could he get past speeding police cruisers? By barrel rolling over them.
All of us. You wanted to. Wind, all that wind and the dust.
The wind. See, she remembers that.
What do you look like, Wade?
Here we go.
What do you look like when you throw open a door? Well, come on.
Come on, mate.
Nothing. I didn't see you. It was just too quick for me to look. How could he flatten a guy that way and come out of it?
Like, what do you want from me? I don't know. I got knocked out by a car door. But Luke's cotton on. Luke's getting there. Again, I'm loving Kathleen Lloyd. Everything about her reactions to things, to people. She kicked ass before. This is a nice moment of horrible, stark shock and revelation. Compared to modern day films, this is slow. But in the 70s, this is what you need. I thought what you just seen, a big action set piece. Here you go. Like Amos, again, R.G. Armstrong's character. The name I keep forgetting. Not Emmett was the sheriff. He's Amos. Amos has come into town because his wife and his child were in that jamboree thing before. We saw them actually. And he's come into town kicking up, blaming them. So and he hates the Native Americans. He's racist. So he's had a go at Chaz. So Chaz banged him up like. That's simple because he's gonna come back into this. So Chaz banged him up there, like in the cell.
She called him a chicken.
Never mind.
Anyway, if I was him, I'd never come back.
All right, get on to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Lauren's gonna spend the night with me.
So Lauren's gonna spend the night with the kids now. That's the plan. What exactly is wrong with you, Wade? What happened to you? You haven't broken no bones. Slight concussion. Was that what they said? I don't know. I can't remember. Slight concussion. You never did get that whiskey with Sheriff Emmett, did you? This, by the way, is the day after. This is only the next day. The next fucking day. I love things in these movies where it happens over a really quick, short period of time. Because you don't get, in reality, things don't happen like this. Things are drawn out. And when they do happen in quick succession, you don't have time to think. You don't have time to regather your thoughts and regroup. You've got to act in the moment. But in a film, the narrative of a film, you've got to give the audience a bit of downtime. So I get why this sequence is important. Yeah.
Come in here.
Hey you, Luke. Get in here. My son's called Luke. Every time I go, Luke, get in here, he just fucking ignores me. Shut the door, Luke. Sit your ass down. Oh, I was going to say before, you heard the phone call about when Charles was getting racially abused on the phone. It was Amos, R.G. Armstrong's character, who was doing that phone call. He's asking Luke, where the hell were you?
What happened?
Where the hell were you? But I had an urgent date with, well, being in America, it'd probably be Jack Daniels, wouldn't it? But we drink scotch, proper scotch here.
Not what I think it is. No.
See, they've known that he's got an issue there. Even when Emmett says to Wade that just before he gets mowed down on the main road, he says whiskey. He says, "Oh, we'll get Luke," and he's like, "Yeah, order him a sarsaparilla." But look, you know, they understand as well. To a degree. To a degree. What are you doing in bed there, mate? Right. Charles is taking Lauren home, back to her house to go and get her stuff because she's going to look after the kids.
No, nothing. Just checking the TV. The old lady, 2 kids.
So again, you've got the Native American. Look, they know shit's going down and it ain't normal. Look at the thing about. You see that? Look at that. Out of a really gorgeous pitch black screen. Again, another benefit of this transfer is that there's the shadow depth and the blacks are incredibly well presented, and the grill work and the front of that car come out of the shadows.
How long are you going to be?
Oh, not long. Why don't you come in?
Do you mind if I...
Of course, you worry about your family. Well, go check on them. Come back in about a half hour.
So he's meant to escort her back as well, but she's saying, like, go and look after your family as well. Because they're all... There's nobody in that province that now thinks that car is driven by somebody normal. Look at this. This scene is... This is classic. This is classic 70s shock moment. The wind's picked up. A gate slams shut behind her. She recognises the wind as the... she's got to go pick this up. There's always something blown away. Nice of the demon. There's the parchment. Again, such beautiful photography. So Chaz has just driven past. I'm surprised he's only just down there. He would have heard that, but... Oh no. Wind. She's good, you know. She is really good. I'm overemphasizing this because I've been so dismissive of her. I've written reviews of this movie before, big filmic essays, and I've dissed her, and I really regretting it. I really wish I'd never done that. In the house again, a nice big. It's a big set. It's a nice big set. look at the picture, the portrait of James Brolin. That's creaky, City. She's calling Wade. Oh God. This. Just watch this. This is clever. Look, because he's arguing, obviously. And now we can see through the window. It's coming. Can you imagine him hearing this? Oh God, this is horrible. Jesus Christ. Listen to it. It's jubilant. I got you, bitch. I got you. That is... That's horrible. That is truly horrible. That. It massively, massively gets me. She's so in fear there after being so strong, having to be strong. See how like it went through right through the house, but it left his portrait was fine. There should be like a big skid mark across that, shouldn't there? Like in The Omen, right through the neck, sort of thing. You know. Look at the lens flares as well, like that, because they're natural lens flares that are on there. They're not doctored. They're not put in post. They are genuine, and they've kept them because it makes this enigmatic shaft and a visual distraction to a static scene. It's important. It's clever. Look at that, the red glow as well. So they now realise that car rose 6 feet off the ground and went through the house. So Sheriff Wade and his 2 kids are not going to get the new stepmom that they all love and adore. He's now lost his closest. Again, the 70s would always do this, would fuck around with what you think is going to be the happy ending. You're all going to be damaged. You're all going to carry scars if you survive it. And you might not survive. Nihilistic endings where even the good guy dies at the end. And she was. You could hear it on the phone call. Imagine hear the last words of the person you love. Yeah, it's Luke. Luke's now saying why he didn't go in the cemetery. Come on, Luke. Go turn up.
The ground was hallowed. That's what I say. But you think about it.
We are.
Everything that's happened. What it did to the guys. And how.
I think at this stage, you wouldn't really be in any doubt about it. It's either going to be some amazing stunt car and probably a fleet of them.
Lauren was killed in the middle of her own living room.
Yeah.
It was special. Why?
Everyone was killed in the street. She was killed inside the house.
I don't believe it. I don't accept it.
Wait. That car flew into that house 4 feet off the ground. And how did he know where she lived?
Keep the roadblocks up.
It's
Get them done.
quite savage and it's quite insightful. I've said, a gazillion times on the channel that I'm not religious. I'm not. But I do believe in inherent evil, as a people are evil.
I don't know.
There's evil, there's stuff that happens. I don't believe in pearly gates and a big white bearded deity up there waiting to receive you. I don't. But a lot of demonics and possessions and ghostly activity, and ghostly activity doesn't necessarily have to be evil. I'm just lumping it all together there. I do have a fascination for it, and I think in this particular circumstance, you kind of be inclined to go like, look, there's no one guy driving this car. It's either a team of people with different vehicles, but even then, that's even more preposterous to believe that how they could orchestrate all this.
Have about 2 hours.
You just
But-
snap your fingers and poof, he appears.
I don't know, but I'll be the only one on the streets.
So what he's going to do now,
Grab the stuff in hand.
he's going to try and he's going to lure this thing out.
Show.
But what do we got to lose? Just stay on the switchboard.
I'm going.
Stay on the switchboard where there's a bottle close to him, you know.
Goddamn time, Tonto. These goddamn roaches.
Goddamn time, Tono. Look at him. Hey!
This ain't no way. I'm a taxpayer, you damn savage. I pay your salary. I'll soon.
Listen to this. Sit down.
You dumb Indian. Turn me loose. Sit down.
They need him. They've got a plan now. The fuck you looking at?
We need you.
We don't want you, but we need you. Look at his face. Look. Gonna drop all the charges then, ain't you? Yeah. Folks, my stomach is grumbling like I'm not out to eat, and my stomach is grumbling like crazy. So you might hear some demonic rumblings, like a night on Bald Mountain, you know. This is a great sequence, this. So they're going to formulate some kind of plan to trap the car, right? Explosives, because Amos, that's what he does. If you can hear that, that is my stomach.
Easy. You cough with these plastic caps. They'll blow your balls up around your tonsils.
So there you've got the Hooper moment from Jaws, you know, like, this is damn it, Martin, this is compressed air. You screw around these tanks, they're going to blow up. And you're seeing some sort of like, you know that Amos and Chaz do not get along because Amos is a fucking devout racist, and but you know there's kind of like, oh, we got to work together now. And we'll come back on because you'll see it in the movie how it transpires. There's Marge, Luke's bird, looking after the kids. You see, like, look, he's just lost the woman he loves. It's not necessarily a case of like, look, you know, I'm going to ignore all the emotions about that. I could just sit this out, move out of town, I don't care anymore. If it wasn't already personal, it would become more than personal right now. And you'd have to see the job through. You'd have to do it. And you've got to strike while the iron's hot, and you've got to strike while you're angry as well, to make sure that you do it. Planning things way in advance just opens up a huge can of worms. You're going to do it while you can.
Okay, let's go.
I'm talking around the situations here, by the way, and every situation is different. I like that van. Do you think you're going, mate? Oh, this is a great Great sequence, this. Bit of fine tuning, just need to do this. The fuck. How did that get in there? Look at his face. It's like, what? It's in his garage.
Wait,
Garage.
Margie, listen to me.
Margie, get the fuck out of here.
Go back upstairs. Don't come in here. Did you hear me? Get in the house.
Get back in the house and put the French maid's outfit on. Like I told you.
Oh my god.
How did it get in? How did it get in? See, you've got this incredibly bizarre supernatural quality, because it is a supernatural. It's a demon. Why would a demon inhabit a car? Why wouldn't a demon inhabit a car? There's plenty of human fucking demons that drive cars and cause bedlam. It's like, what the fuck would you do at this stage? What would you do? I've shot into your windscreen. I've shot your tyres. Nothing happens. I know the things you can do. You can fly through houses, apparently. We're gearing up to the big sort of helter-skelter, highly exciting finale. There's some close calls there, you know. We've seen it a lot in the movie where people are just diving out the way of this thing. And that sequence with Marge earlier at the jamboree thing. It's getting pulled back there, by the way, folks. The tyres aren't moving. It's getting pulled back. But even that seems to work. It's like gliding back. It's like a subsidiary demon. Oh, yeah. When the demon roster was given out, you've got wings, you can breathe fire, you can inhabit young teenage girls, you can scroll paint and encourage flies all over people's windows. You can possess a car, and they're all like, possess a car. Well, look what he does with it. Again, those wheels aren't moving. He's getting towed back. Look at the light on the inside there. Oh, we are. What would you do? I'm just trying to, you're concerned for yourself, and you've got to look after a couple of kids as well. Just taunting him, just being a bastard. Come on, it's like, come on, Wade, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna choke you out, motherfucker. That's great as well. This car is it's a great character, it really is. Right, yeah, got ya, fuck off. Just look at that. Again, another narrow miss. You look at how close these scrapes are. See, nothing on the streets. It's right on his arse there. It's sped up, I know, but it's still right on his arse. And he's put his helmet on, you know. The thing he was getting cussed out about. No fucking shit. Yeah, oh, I'll try. See, look. It knows. So now... It's all trickery. Yeah. the car knows what's going on. Well, it's got suspicions as to what's going on.
That son of a bitch is coming right behind us. Okay.
Look at it. This is their fucking plan, and the bastard's gone for them now. Dun, 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 dun. And they've got all the high explosives there as well. You know, it's like Wages of Fear. To be honest, why if it knows what's going on, why would it not just destroy them? But then again, it's not afraid, is it? Apart from like fucking cemeteries. Again, look, even at night, this cinematography and the landscapes look just so impressive. Minimal lighting being used there.
About 5 cases, Jazz.
Hey, Amos!
Or is it day for night?
You got love.
Does that look day for night to you? We're not talking Hammer. I think it's reduced lighting, but I don't think it's day for night exactly.
Shit, somebody.
Although, having said that, look at the cloud. Why would you have... I don't know. Day for night usually looks atrocious in older movies. This does not look atrocious to me. Again, you know, America's fascination with vehicles. A bit like Australia did it as well, obviously with Mad Max movies and Stone and many other stuff. Can't Take Paris. But in Britain, we didn't really have this. There's no wide open spaces to rag around in. So it didn't happen. But this captures the road movie, the fascination with, you know, high octane vehicle madness. That's day for night. Oh, the standoff. Spaghetti Western. See how they're all listening to him now. I love that, you know, that he's the twat, and yet they need him, so they're gonna have to like listen to the guy. You can see it's day for night here because look at the shadows and there's clearly a lot of light in certain areas. Oh, listen to me. Oh, shut up, Kilt-Man, about fucking day for night. You can't see a thing because of the fucking dust. Look at this cat and mouse duel between a huge bloody sedan from hell. And Porky himself is running up and down mountains. Kudos, mate. Oh, wait. Not bad. But it's all part of the plan. I'd like to have seen that the helmet he just held bounce off the roof of that. Like, this is great. This is epic. This, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
He's trying to climb up the cliff face, and it's gonna start ramming, and it's knocking the mountain to bits.
What do we do now, Amos? Pull him out. Give us another minute.
If you'd made that thing would start climbing the mountain, it would start driving vertically up the cliff wall. You know it, I know it, that's what they do.
What's the matter, fella?
Oh, come on now. Well, start climbing it, you damn fool. You've got knots in it.
Wait, it's stuck!
That's it, boy. Dun, dun, sense of dread. There's a ton of suspense in this. I defy you. Look, it's racing back round. It's now coming up to them. As far as the car's concerned, it's playing games because it fucking knows exactly what they're up to. Look at him. I'm coming for you.
Come on, buddy.
The sound of that vehicle. It's ferocious, isn't it? You got a plunger. You got an old school plunger. Yeah. Yeah, this way. Oh, Fatty's still keeping up with him. Look. Hey.
Where? Damn it, wait till you see us. I want him to. Come on.
I want him to. Jeez, you think that's sped up, but you believe it because that thing is a demon on four wheels. It can move, you know, with hellfire and brimstone.
Wait, you're crazy. You'll kill us.
You stay here, Luke. You're the fucking God Basher. You're the fallen angel. Look at that. It's Jaws. It's Jaws barreling towards Brody. Oh. Whoa. This was the fourth car. This was a Thunderbolt that was built over. Hit the damn thing. Look at this. Albert Whitlock. The great Albert Whitlock. Matt Painter was doing this. Look in the flames. God, I'm fucking... The hairs have risen in the back of my neck. Dies Ray. Look at the face. Spitting fire. Oh, it's squashed. It's anamorphically squashed as well. Fucking did it. Or did they? It literally, the dust settles. I know. Great, it's just nightmarish. It's apocalyptic, isn't it? That looks amazing. That they're all staggering out in amongst all the dust and the ash. And Luke's going to come out with something great here.
Well, whoever he was, he isn't anymore.
Whoever he was.
It's all over, Luke.
Looks like.
Didn't you see it in the fire?
He's down there under 100 tons of rock.
In the fire.
It's over, Luke.
It's a bit of a bizarre,
It's over.
climactic sort of conclusion for these characters, having been what they've been through. Luke fucking knows. You know, did you see what was in the fire? You saw it. Look. Amos and Chaz. Are they going to be mates in future? No. But I like that the two of them have got a combined experience which drew them together. Look at this. That's a glorious shot. That. Look at that. The sunrise coming over. Folks, how epic is that? That is just... That's glorious. Now look at this. This is genius as well. Now we have so many films where you've got like a mid-credit sequence, then you've got like an end credit sequence. Look what we get here. We're in the city. And we've got a jazzed up version of the Dies Irae. And we're with the car. We're travelling with the car. The car ain't died. The car's still going. It's still on the move. It just picked itself up. It's great, isn't it? It's still on the move. It's still motivating. Vehicular evil. So are we now to believe it's heading towards the city for a sequel that we wouldn't get? Don't say, oh, but we did get one. The car, the event, whatever what's it called? See, the thing is, I so don't care about the piss poor return to this, or sort of doffing the cap to this movie, which came out only a few years ago. I haven't seen it, folks, I can't lie, but I've heard it's absolute garbage. And even though the car looks like the car from this, it doesn't bear any relation to it. And the film is a completely different story. Listen to that. Oh, isn't that great? Cheers, y'all. So, folks, there was my full commentary for The Car, a film which I grew up with and have loved all my life. I just plonked a bottle of whiskey down on my favourite mug and broke it. No, I didn't. It's still safe. And it's demonic red as well. Elliot Silverstein does a bang-up job with this movie. His direction, his sense of momentum, his command of action and set-piece mayhem is a joy to behold. This predates Mad Max and so many action road movies, and yet it has all of that with the most amazing vehicle that I've ever seen. As I keep saying, to you guys, I can't drive a car. I have no idea how to. I can barely even get on the right side of a car. I don't know. Don't care either. But if I ever had a vehicle, it would be the Mad Max Interceptor. And I did look into getting one. I've discussed this before, and I could have got one as well. I could have got one shipped over in either the MFP yellow and red and blue colours, or the black on black V8 Interceptor. Could have had one. I could have been sitting in it right now doing this video. But no. And there's other filmic cars I love. Lotus Esprit, Spy Love Me, obviously GoldenEye, Aston Martin and all that. But this vehicle, customized and demonic as it is just incredible. It's just the bare basic muscle bound, your American and Aussie muscle cars, the Ford Falcon in Australia, the Mustang in America. Those on absolute Satan steroids. It's jacked up, built up, lowered down, but widened, and just it's a fucking demonic vehicle, and it so encapsulates pure evil. And it's a character, it's a genuine character. The film is named after the main character of the movie, which is the car itself. It addresses a tribal issue, spiritualism, Catholicism, familial sort of parenting responsibilities, broken families, new people coming into the fold, alcoholism. It's got a lot of stuff going on. Wife beating, domestic violence. It's got all of this, and camaraderie in a small town environment. Folks, there is a hell of a lot that goes on in this movie this small yet ambitious 1977 movie about a demonic car. It's a concept. Let's have a car from hell just doing its thing. You made this now, it would be nowhere near as good as this, because they try to give so much backstory. You'd see it being built in the foundries of hell. That actually sounds quite good, to be honest. You'd see various demonic spirits being thrust in. Let's see if you can drive this. They'd all fail the test. Doesn't matter. There is no driver. The car is just a like what demons are always meant to do, meant to take the piss out of humanity and to literally pour scorn and reverse Catholic and Christian sensibilities. The inversion of the mass and all that, like, and there's so many things. Obviously, demonics and the occult reverse to insult. That's the whole point of it. So America's love of the vehicle of and fawning over oil barons. So there again, the demons in the world's society now, oil barons, gas companies, energy companies. That's who they are. They're all bastards. They're all demons from hell. And but America's fascination with the vehicle during the 70s reached a huge, zeitgeist, a pinnacle. And demonic stuff was hugely prevalent too. So the two combined together, and you got the car. Well, folks, it works for me. Ronny Cox is outstanding. James Brolin is outstanding. Kathleen Lloyd is just, she's better than I ever believed. Watching it again now with you guys, I've really found an even greater appreciation for her performance than I ever had before, and I absolutely hate the fact I did ridicule it in earlier reviews I've done on other forums and other formats. I think she's amazing, and her tragic demise is incredibly powerful. It's potent stuff. You know, I'm putting that up alongside Janet Leigh getting slain in Psycho, because this guy lasts longer and does more than what happens in Psycho, and you don't expect, a heroic character to be took out like that, and it's horrible. After being, in its face and taunting it, although she's terrified, she's doing the thing for the kids, and so it's a sacrifice she's making there, and she does really well. And then you get that where she's genuinely terrified and making a last call to Wade. You know what? That it gets more and more special and far more kudos and caliber every time I'm talking about this now. What? Shut up talking about it now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm with you. But folks, there you go. That was my probably very annoying commentary on The Car, a film I've known since a child and seen so many times it beggars belief. And you know what? Watching it then with you guys, that was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had with this movie. It really worked. It worked on every level, and I just adore the film. I hope you guys do as well, or at least if you didn't, you may have found a new appreciation for it. I don't know. I'm not going to hold myself to any acclaim for that. I just hope that. I think when you watch something with someone else talking through it as well, because I love commentary tracks, and it's just us together watching the film. You've seen it, you know it, and we're just gonna really just have fun with it. That's what it's all about. For the Kilted commentaries, that's the point, that's the impetus, and let's do some more, and let's hope this one doesn't incur any wrath of any YouTube gods or goddesses. Let's hope anyway. Folks, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and I'm going to see you all laters. You'll be farting music for a year. Wow. Imagine that. To fart music for a year.